Let frugality and industry be our virtues. Fire our children with ambition to be useful. Public business, my son, must always be done by somebody. It will be done by somebody or other. If wise men decline it, others will not. If honest men refuse it, others will not. If conscience disapproves, the loudest applauses of the world are of little value. Liberty, once lost, is lost forever. I read my eyes out and can't read half enough neither. The more one reads, the more one sees we have to read. I fear that in every elected office, members will obtain an influence by nose, not sense, by meanness, not greatness, by ignorance, not learning, by contracted hearts, not large souls. There must be decency and respect. Human passions unbridled by morality and religion would break the strongest cords of our Constitution as a whale goes through a net. Go on and improve in everything worthy. The longer I live, the more I read, the more patiently I think, and the more anxiously I inquire, the less I seem to know. Do justly, love mercy, walk humbly, this is enough. Defeat appears to me preferable to total inaction. Because power corrupts, society's demands for moral authority and character increase as the importance of the position increases. I will rouse up my mind and fix my attention. I will stand collected within myself and think upon what I read and what I see. I will strive with all my soul to be something more than persons who have had less advantages than myself. The true source of our suffering has been our timidity. We have been afraid to think. Let us dare to read, think, speak, and write. Move or die is the language of our Maker in the Constitution of our bodies. The smell of the midnight lamp is very unwholesome. Never defraud yourself of sleep, nor your walk. Friendship is one of the distinguishing glories of man. From this I expect to receive the chief happiness of my future life. Above all, except the wife and children, I want to see my books. You will ever remember that all. The end of study is to make you a good man and a useful citizen. This will ever be the sum total of the advice of your affectionate father. To be good and to do good is all we have to do. Facts are stubborn things, and whatever may be our wishes, our inclinations, or the dictates of our passion, they cannot alter the state of facts and evidence. Virtue is not always amiable. Our obligations to our country never cease, but with our lives, we ought to do all we can. The prospect now before us in America ought to engage the attention of every man of learning to matters of power and right, that we may be neither led nor driven blindfolded to irretrievable destruction. Posterity, you will never know how much it cost the present generation to preserve your freedom. I hope you will make good use of it. If you do not, I shall repent in heaven that I ever took half the pains to preserve it. Liberty cannot be preserved without a general knowledge among the people. You will never be alone with a poet in your pocket. Old minds are like old horses. You must exercise them if you wish to keep them in working order. No man is entirely free from weakness and imperfection in this life. Liberty must at all hazards be supported. We have a right to it, derived from our Maker, but if we had not, our fathers have earned and bought it for us, at the expense of their ease, their estates, their pleasure, and their blood. As much as I converse with sages and heroes, they have very little of my love or admiration. I should prefer the delights of a garden to the dominion of a world. The only foundation of a free constitution is pure virtue, and if this cannot be inspired into our people in a greater measure than they have it now, they may change their rulers and the forms of government, but they will not obtain a lasting liberty. They will only exchange tyrants and tyrannies. What do we mean by the revolution, the war? That was no part of the revolution. It was only an effect and consequence of it. The revolution was in the minds of the people. Abuse of words has been the great instrument of sophistry and chicanery, of party, faction, and division of society. To believe all men honest is folly. To believe none is something worse. Tyranny can scarcely be practiced upon a virtuous and wise people.